You can find us on the web. We have our own website with all the dates that we do on there. It's called ELO the Sun notes were on there. And the second thing is you can go onto our Facebook page. We've also got all the dates on there. You can give us a like or a follow. We're up to about 3 or 4 likes at the moment. I haven't checked before I came up on stage, but we'll say 4. We'll say 4. Let's be easy on ourselves. So give us a like on that. And the final thing is, please tell your friends. I don't know how many more people we could possibly fit in here, but maybe we can do 2 nights back to back next time we're here, something like that. Yeah, tell your friends. And thank you for coming, for supporting us. It's all down to you. Back to you, Martin.
Okay, so I was also usually at this point in proceedings, I introduce the ladies and gentlemen of the orchestra. Would you like to meet them?
Yes!
It'll be fun. I'll tell you a little bit about the band on the way. As you know, we've been here 3 times now, including this time. So the band more or less comes from Suffolk, Essex, North Essex, Mary Kate is Ipswich. Oh, wait a minute. Alistair is Manchester. He's doing a grand job. I'll tell you all about him in a second. So we're all around that sort of southeast neck of the woods. We've been going now about 7 years, including 2 years of inactivity in the pandemic. So 7 years is pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, pretty good. I've been in bands for 7 days, if that sometimes. So yes, and I think this is a permutation that's never sounded better than this. This is great. We sometimes do expand the band with more strings, because the strings for me is the icing on the cake. So the man behind this whole project, unbelievably, he's very talented. I've got every ounce of respect for young Jack, but he went to the wrong venue tonight. I can't let him forget that. It could have been Scotland. And he's got an electric car and it ran out of the charge to get back again. But please give him a fantastic round, because he is a monstrous talent. Jack Brown! Okay, so there is a family thread running through this band. And out there with an iPad, this is complete and total wizardry, no wires. There's a young man out there. Well, actually, he's not that young, he's older than me. He looks older too, but he's not grey like me. He's got an iPad, a cat, and he's mixing the sound. And I know he's an absolute master of sound, so please give a big round of applause for Simon Round. Simon is Jack's dad, and sometimes when we're closer to home we have Jack's mum come in on the merchandise. Yes, it's a rounds evening. Okay, so let's move on now to Jack's left, stage left as we call it, to the bass player. Now Alistair, he's just joined us. This is his 5th show, is that right? 5th show. He normally does a Taylor Swift band. Yes. He's a famous player. He's great. He's wonderful. He comes from Manchester. Alistair on the bass. We told him he had to dress in white, so he brought a special white guitar along for the occasion. How's that for professionalism? Okay, where else are we? Now, there's another young man out here we must mention, working in conjunction with the house guys here, who's on the lights. What are the lights like out for you? They're pretty good here for me. Flashing everywhere, can't see where you're going, you fall all over the place. So a big hand for Mikey on the lights. And now the man behind the cage. I should explain the screen. The screen has a purpose. You can now take out your rotten fruit and anything else that you care to get rid of, and you can lob it at Dacre. The screen will protect him from any damage, but it's fun to do. No, I jest. It's actually an acoustic baffle to protect from these very delicate microphones here, which we have to sing and speak into. And as nice as his bangs and crashes are, they're quite hard to mix in the final process for Simon. So that's really what it's for. But he's a great guy. He comes from Framlingham, which is Ed Sheeran country. Yes, he knows Ed. He's a pal of Ed's. Please give a huge round of applause to my travelling companion, Jacob Peck.
Clapping makes you happy, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. No. It releases endorphins. Sorry, I interrupt my esteemed colleague at this point. May need to correct him on the screen. Nothing to do with an acoustic baffle, blah, blah, blah. It's to protect me from flying undergarments, ladies and gentlemen. This Sanderson's code has been deemed kryptonite, Jack. I don't want yours. Useful visual aid actually. It also tells you how to spell my name if you put it the right way up. There we go.
Now, don't ask why my knickers have got his name in it, but
No, look. The other reason I was do you think he deserves an introduction, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think he deserves an introduction? By his own admission, the elder statesman of the band, falling around all over the place. No, what a fantastic guy. He's got so many t-shirts, he needs a much, much bigger wardrobe. He's done a stint at the Globe, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. Mr. Shakespeare was very happy with his lute playing. No, in all in all seriousness, he's played with Hendrix, ladies and gentlemen. He's played with Hendrix. Yeah. They're on the same netball team together. Such a forward, really, Mark. No, look, he's a fantastic guy. We travel the motorways together, and all I can say is, give it up for Sir Martin of Black Notley!
Thank you so much, yes. I admit it, I'm a relic of the 60s, but very proud of it. What's wrong with the 60s? I love them. And I've worked since I left school, so that can't be bad, can it? Okay, so, one last question for you before we carry on with some fantastic dance music. What do you think of the string section? Isn't she fantastic? It's the icing on the cake, the jewel in the crown. And sometimes when we have cellos too is fantastic. And I think it really is important in this band. So please, give it up for the wonderful, beautiful, by the way, I should say, she's actually playing a 5-string violin. Violins normally have 4 strings. It's also electronic, so there's a lot of jiggery-pokery going on in there. And she manages it effortlessly. Please, big hand for Mary Kate Ingram. Okay, so we're going to do a little chain of tunes now, which relate to Jeff Lynne's disco-type period, so it's all